What's up, guys? I'm AUSSIE METALHEAD. I'm doing 150 classic albums by the end of the year. I'm also doing Patreon requests, and thankfully, brand new science fiction was requested. Brand new has been one of those bands that have quickly become one of my favorites. Starting this before this channel existed, I only listened to Bring the Horizon, Linkin Park, that sort of thing, right? And I started this channel to delve into classics for the first time. I so happened upon Daisy by Brand New because when I first started out this channel, I was like looking down some of my favorite artists like Nothing Nowhere and Lil Peep, and I was like, okay, who were they influenced by? They always said Brand New. And then I went, okay, I've never heard of this band. Let me check out some stuff. I went to Album of the Year, music writing website that I use, and I was like, okay, what's the least popular album by them? Their least popular seems to be Daisy. So I went into Daisy and I listened to that, and it's my favorite album of all time, most likely. If you go to my top 100 albums of all time list that I'm going to update every 2 years, I did this like a few months ago, and that album has it's the only 11 out of 10 album I have because every single track feels so perfect. It's like a perfect melding of like emo, post-hardcore stuff, noise rock, and just everything is so beautiful on that record. I love how his voice sounds. I then went through their albums that are beloved. So I went through Devil and God, and I thought that was an incredible record as well. Very different from Daisy, a lot more traditional, like Midwesty sort of emo stuff, but incredibly well done. And then I did Deja and Tendu, which is like I think their most popular album from like the tracks that I see, and it is like the most perfect blend of like Taking Back Sunday, emo mixed with like the sort of stuff that they would do on Devil and God. So like adding a bit more of like a artistic flair to it. Kind of reminded me a tiny bit of like, yeah, Taking Back Sunday, Panic at the Disco sort of writing, that sort of emo pop writing, and then trying to make it a bit more serious and like self-aware or something like that. Absolutely adored it. I also heard the first album, but it's been years, so this is the last album to do, and I'm very curious to delve into it. That first album and Daisy, I'm more than happy to do reactions to. It's been super long time since I've heard the first album, so it's basically going to be new thoughts. And then when it comes to Daisy, I'm planning to do that for my birthday because I'm going to give myself a little present because that album is fucking incredible. But yeah, to wrap all that up, this is one of the bands that first listen on every single thing, and they become one of my favorites. And this is a very long-awaited album, like seeing Daisy in 2009, this 2017, 8 years later. I'm so curious to see where they go because Daisy was so ferocious, and seeing like the genres on this, like indie rock and stuff like that, it makes it seem like it's probably going to go back into a Devil and God sort of vein, but not entirely, it seems. So I'm very curious to delve into it. It has that 8 years from it means that it's probably going to have more mature songwriting or something like that. Seeing their because I know they were going to break up after this, so this is their like swan song sort of album. I also know that they've come back together in 2024, and I'm curious if you guys know if they're going to make any more albums. Considering they have such a spotless record, in my opinion, I hope that they only come back with bangers. But yeah, I'm completely curious to delve into this. Don't know a single song off of it. Never even heard of a lick. Don't know anything about the album. All that jazz. But yeah, let's see how it goes.
This tape recounts a dream which occurred close to the termination of approximately 400 hours of intensive individual therapy. Now the patient recounts her dream.
I had this dream early this morning, and I wrote it down. The dream is that I'm in some sort of
Very eerie atmosphere.
and I'm in a hotel, and I'm like at a convention.
Somewhat similar devices in having this like,
and
but this was more like
I feel sort
DIY.
of almost,
DIY.
like there's too much going on. There are all different kinds of meetings going on, stuff on experimental, psych, and therapy.
Already very good with the world building.
Clinical aspects. You know, and while I don't mind having all this going on inside of me, and it's sort of, I think I'm going to be relieved when it's over, and I can sort of settle back down.
wonder if they're going to use like the whole idea of science fiction and that sort of thing to like just explore like a personified version of like depression and shit like that. Already, they haven't done something like this. There's not a track I can find that's like this. Which actually makes it more eerie of a soundscape.
It's where you live, but you don't know how it's built. If we're just us, then it doesn't matter who you kill. Don't cut me up, then tell me that it's okay. Just turn it off, 'cause I don't care anyway. It lit me up. It lit me up. It lit me up. It lit me up. Something stirring in a deep Atlantic trench. Doesn't forget the 1,000 years before it slipped.
I guess like similar to like Daisy's like slower tracks, backing vocals and
It's a
stuff.
beast, it's my heart, it's so brave. Dive down into it, see live in its head. It lit me up. It lit me up. It lit me up. It lit me up. It lit me up like a torch on a pitch black night, like an ember in the needles of a dried out pine. It lit me up and I burn from the inside out. Yeah, I burn like a witch in a Puritan town. It lit me. It lit me.
I like how this track, like all of their lyrics have always been very like poetic, and I feel like it's weird. I feel like I've kind of not spent enough time with the lyrics themselves, like to because for me it's like the atmosphere that they were able to create, the sounds, everything like that, and like these like turns of phrases that stick with you. But it wasn't like I was delving in to try and figure out what's the meat of every single track. It was like this soundscape, this world that was able to transport me emotionally to a place, and it kind of didn't matter what the literal meaning of the tracks were. But like I always appreciated their lyrics a lot, but it came from like a more abstract sense that I really appreciated it. Listening to this, it is like it doesn't allow you to do that, because like the rage and the angst on Daisy, you can get wrapped up in the whirlwind of that. When it comes to like the depression, the melancholia and stuff like that of Devil and God, you can get wrapped up in that. Deja and Tendu can has a very much more like front-facing pop punk, emo pop sort of vibe, so you can get rallied into that aesthetic. Here, it feels like it's purposely making you be confronted with the lyrics, where like on the other records, I just got transported to those sonic worlds, but instead of, and not like the literal grit. Here, I feel like I have to. And I kind of, it's interesting. It makes me want to go back and listen to all of their other records with the same sort of lens that they're forcing me to be forcibly applying to me right here, if that makes sense.
When I grow up, I wanna be a heretic. I wanna climb over the walks, I'm not on the list. I wanna put my hands to work till the work's done. I wanna open up my heart like the ocean. me up. Lit me up.
The authenticity of their writing is still here. And I think that's part of the, I'll pause it before it builds up. But like, I think that's a part of the reason why it was so engrossing when I was listening to their other albums, is you can feel that authenticity coming off of it. But it's more connecting with the emotion of it. Where with this, yeah, it's like focusing more on the lyrics, but the authenticity really drips through, because the way that they're talking about it, I don't ever get the sense of the typical melodrama that you would get from like more emo sort of songwriting, where it could be playing it up. I don't mind the playing it up, like the campy nature of it. But with this, like the way that he's talking about, like the bad sort of like mental cycles and sort of stuff that he's talking about, that's like reaping him from the inside and lighting him up, and like the self-destructive nature of it. It doesn't feel like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like someone writing through the lens of them being cool. That's the thing. It's kind of very matter of fact the way that they write about it, which I really appreciate. It's really well constructed. It sounds really good. But it hasn't, like, and I love the songwriting, but it hasn't grabbed me as much as the other albums instantaneously. But I still really like it. It's incredibly different. I really like the starting sound, the starting like kind of like archival footage sort of aspect to the, I'm assuming, a sample at the start. I think it's, I've always liked that, because like that dystopic sort of vibe is something I'm always chasing in media. There's something that like really resonates with me when I'm doing that. It's like the reason that Lift Your Skinny Fist in the Air by Ghost Speed Black Emperor, I feel like it's like a unique post-rock album for me, because a lot of the post-rock, I feel like they get a bit snooty with themselves. But with Lift Your Skinny Fist, because I'm so enraptured into that world, I just love it. Also, that album's coming, that reaction's coming next month. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about the song in its entirety. It's the reason why I do re-listen. So, hey, if you haven't watched my videos before, I do ratings on the side. These are my first listen ratings. I listen to these projects multiple times over before I post them to my Discord, where you can chat to me about my ratings. I'm always active in there. I also post the album of the year, which is the music rating website that I use. As you can see, my bell curve's kind of neat. I would hope it's a 5 out of 10 average, but it's kind of a 6 out of 10 average, and that's solely because of my Patreon. Because over on my Patreon, you get to subscribe, and I have about 600 requests this year so far. And if people are if they're requesting that much, I can't do anything outside of Patreon requests. And if they're only albums from Patreon requests, they're usually going to be good ones. They're going to be brand new. It's going to be Michael Jackson. It's going to be that sort of thing. So it leans itself to a bit higher. I think spiritually I have a 5 out of 10 average. If something's 5.1, I think it's a 5 average. But with that being said, I would say this is a good track, but it has the potential on a re-listen, once I have like the entire album in its totality, to go up a lot, because it is very detailed textured, and the atmosphere and everything that's building is really palpable, but I just don't know where it goes. Like, it needs that payoff for me to really appreciate this track, if that makes sense. Ooh. All right. More of that classic emo stuff. I don't think even like Dejan can do not like Daisy or anything. Popular.
Speak in tongues and start to teach. Lift your voice and
I
scream.
always love how amazing their instruments sound.
Kids in love will plant the seed. Resurrect and start to breathe. I thought I was a creator. I'm here just hanging around. Got my Messiah impression. I think I got him nailed down.
I love this.
I wanna tell you we're alright. Wanna erase all your doubt.
Fuck, this sounds so good. I love the lyrics.
Sometimes I can't get it out. 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 I'm strumming with a heavy wrist. What you wanna look
The drums and everything just sound so fucking good.
Questions been for the replica youth. I hope that we can eject soon. 'Cause I don't wanna surrender. I'll lose your face in the crowd. I finally found all my courage is buried under the house. Not just a manic depressive towing
Oh,
around cloud. I got a positive message. Sometimes I can't get it out. 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 Sometimes I can't get it
I love how it, like, I don't know, like the depression and all of that sort of thing that he delves into. I really like. I'm sorry, I'm just saying he, like it's the main guy. The entire band. I don't know who writes like what, so I shouldn't just assume it's the front man. But the way that they write depression and stuff like that, it doesn't feel like it stems from like a romanticization or anything like that. I don't know. There's like it comes away with like, I don't know, they're talking about like wanting to get the positive message, but you can't get out and you're messing up and that sort of thing. It's not like a wallowing. I like it that it's not really a wallowing. It's just like, as I said before, like a very innate, observational, here's what I'm going through sort of thing. And like the frustration that is built from that. Yeah, I really like that. It doesn't feel like self-victimizing as much. I'm okay with that because I think there's like times and moments where like that sort of melodrama works a lot. But I think like the maturity comes through with the songwriting here. Of like the fact that they're probably, I don't know their ages here. I'm assuming they're like 35 when they are writing this, or like, and it comes across that way. Like this kind of like, so if you wrote from like a 21-year-old perspective, there was like I could go back and listen to their stuff, and it was kind of like they were a bit snooty because they thought that like selves were a bit above it. Like they probably looked down upon the emo sort of feelings that they had, and they're like they think they're better than it, but they have to deal with it, and then like kind of like self irony, thought poking fun at it, right? Well, with this, it looks like a mature person looking at like these immature aspects of like the I guess like maladaptive behaviors from the mental illness, and you're looking at it and you're like, it annoys you and frustrates you that you have to like that you're that's afflicting you. Like, what the fuck? Why can't I just be better and like get the positive message out or something like that? Like, this cloud is all, it's like the frustration is built up a whole lot more because it feels like there's a more earnest engagement with the feelings that they're experiencing here. Where before it was kind of like making a joke out of it to like overcome it. Where with this, it's like they've, over the course of the last like decade or so, they still have these same problems, but they have to tackle it from a new perspective because they can't just turn the other cheek and deride it. They have to confront it, and confronting it makes, especially in a more mature age, makes it more frustrating that you have to deal with this, because it's like it feels like an immature fucking issue that you have to overcome, or a thing that is like annoying, that it is standing in the way of you becoming like the mature person that you hope to be, sort of thing. I fucking love it. I think it's an amazing track.
Stuck in a way.
Oh, this sounds Daisy-ish to me.
Just talking about our silent days, what a damn lie. But you and I are stuck like glue, and that's the goddamn truth, baby, bye-bye. Well, you could turn to water and we'd all fall
fuck.
And give up trying to be someone, take your head apart. Free your own heart, you and I are stuck out of faith. Always begging for some grace when there's no time.
I feel like that southern sensibilities come out of it more.
No reply. Well, every night you were tripping out, and in the morning you were coming down. If it's breaking your heart, if nothing is fun, well, don't lose hope, my son. This is the last one. You and I repent of our sins. Ever feel so American, laying in the road? Was a shoe-in for the crash of the day, and we're never gonna walk away, never going home. I'm hoping that in time you can lay down all this weight you've been carrying around, and maybe one day you find your way to climb on up out of your grave. With the bits in
I love that fucking lyrics.
for the last time. They say goodbye. Every night you were tripping out, and in the morning you were coming down. If it's breaking your heart, if nothing is fun, well, don't lose hope, my son. This is the last one. 'Cause every night
Fucking hell.
it's gonna feel so good to let it go. It's all in your head, your race is run. Don't give up, my son. This is the last one.
I love it.
This is the last one.
Fuck.
Every night you were tripping out, and in the morning you were coming down. If it's breaking your
Oh my fucking god. This feels like, I love it.
every night had you laid low. It's gonna feel so to let it go. Well, it's all in your head. Your race is run. Don't give up, my son. This is the last one.
It feels like this genuinely feels paradoxical, because like the sort of vibe from this track distilled down to its unique properties to this song alone and this album alone, not what it's doing that is reminiscent of their previous album. This track feels like this type of sound and everything that Nothing Nowhere and Lil Peep got influence from. But Lil Peep was fucking dead by this point. So I don't... It's so crazy. It's just so crazy to me. Big, like... I fucking love this song. It's so weird. When I'm listening to Brand New, they became my favorite band, or one of my favorite bands with Deftones, Bring the Horizon, that sort of thing. They became one of my favorite bands, but not actually for the reasons that I came into it. Like, I didn't end up loving Brand New because I'm like, oh my god, this sounds like the fucking SoundCloud emo rap fuckers that I listened to in 2010s. Actually, they didn't really. I didn't. If I'm being honest, I don't know, apart from maybe Atmosphere and the type of depression or something like that, what they're getting from Brand New when they make the sounds. Nothing Nowhere I can maybe see a bit more, but with Lil Peep, I don't see it. Maybe the type of songwriting, like the lyricism or something, like the earnesty of it. But yeah, I just ended up loving Brand New because of their own thing. It's not because they reminded me of someone else. That was just the reason I went into it. This one reminds me of the the feelings I got from listening to those artists I mentioned when I was like fucking 16. I love it. Fuck.
Do you know the words that make the hidden door open? Can you speak my secret name and fix me? I have no heart, I have no brain, Lord, I have no courage. Can you get me home again? Could never be heaven without you. Could never be heaven without you. Never be heaven without you. I was drowning in a lake dammed over a dead mining town. The cars and the homes lay still in the water. The deeper I sank, the less I died. The trees swayed slow in the tide. There were people I loved below me singing.
Kind of gives me vaguely Antlers
All the
vibes.
songs are about you, and all the songs are about you, and all the songs were about you. Wells well rehearsed, swimming circles in the church. The cardinal fish says, God is dead. Well said, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. You are not alone, we are not separate. My daughter's shoulders on my shoulders. My son's hands, my hands, my wife's heart, my own heart. I've heard the outer darkness is really nice this time of year. Could never be heaven without you. Could never be heaven without you. Could never be heaven without. Could never be heaven without you. Could never be heaven without you. Never be heaven without.
Because so many things that you do believe in, you've been conditioned to believe in. And then if you try and break away from your conditioning, try and be sort of an individual.
I like it.
At least in our day and age right now, you start to think, well, no, am I doing this because I really want to be different? Am I doing it because
I think it's good. It's kind of in the lift me up. Actually, maybe a tiny bit lower. Like 6.5, maybe. Like a decent, good track.
Contradictory mess.
Hmm.
And really find your own authentic individuality.
I love how complete each album they do is. Like, it is so different from their previous stuff, really.
Through all the places that your life used to be in. So you thought you'd shed a layer, maybe try on some new skin. Your friends are all imaginary. Your shrink stop answering the phone. So you decide to make incisions at your home while you're alone, all alone.
Ooh. Yeah, drums always sound killer.
But you're no teller, you're no surgeon. None of your cuts go very straight. Every new layer you uncover reveals something else you hate. And then you cracked your head and broke some bones. And when you glued them back together, you found out you did it wrong. Well, this is the same logic that got us into trouble the first time. We discovered we could use the same logic to get us out of trouble and shake off all the people we abuse. I don't need to know where you come from if you don't know where you
Ooh. Oh, I love this. Also, like, it's so interesting, how he's, I don't know, maturely dealing with this, because I just looked it up, and this was written, made, all of that before any of the allegation stuff. And, like, I don't give a fuck, like, I don't care about judging the music based off of the content of the character of the people that are making it, unless it's in the music itself. And if it is, I want to see how they shade it. This is how I would want someone to shade it. Like, if an example of this is, like, if I had to rate based off of someone's content of the character, I'd have to give David Bowie stuff 0s. That motherfucker had a threesome with two 12-year-olds. So I'm not going to factor that into my rating of David Bowie, and I'm not going to do the same thing with the brand new stuff. But this was written, made, released, all of that before the allegations came out, and before Pitchfork wrote about it, and all of that sort of thing. And I mean this, like, without any hate, actually. I'm not surprised. Like, listening to this, if I listened to this song and the allegation came out, I was like, yeah, I already lean on the side of believing people, but, like, I would go, yeah, that makes sense, because the way he talks about himself, the hatred that he has for like the messiness of himself as a character, the self-destructive nature of it, the talking about, like, you're a monster in a costume, a shade of what you used to be, like, how you, like, the level of guilt and animosity he has towards the decisions he's made in his life. I wouldn't even need to know what decisions they are. I know the way he's writing about them is they're bad decisions, so I'm not surprised when stuff like that, the allegations come out. I'm like, this is the type of art I would want from someone that has those sort of allegations, is someone that is earnestly like poking directly at the, like, uglier sides of themselves. Like, yeah, and also especially considering the fact that this album came out before the allegations surfaced, because if this came out after, you could be like, oh, it's him, it could be a facade sort of thing, but it's like, it's in the music that he believes he's a fucking piece of shit. So if I don't know, it feels like anti-art to me or whatever, because I saw some reviews, like some reviews being like, oh, like, rating it low just because of this stuff. It's like, listen to the album. I don't think, like, you'll come away with him thinking that any of, like, the anything he's done, he thinks is good. Like, yeah. Like, it's a beautifully written track. I love the electronic stuff. I remember the synthetic. Fuck. I think it's fucking perfect track. Even if it's like not directly in relation to any of the shit, quickly after this album or whatever, I think it works incredibly well for that.
We started with psychodrama.
Under the ocean, next to a boiling vent, lives none the wiser. Only resident, it piled up, and it was wall to wall, blink of an eye, and all the problems solved. Let's all go play Nagasaki. We can all get vaporized. Hold my hand, let's turn to ash. I'll see you on the other side. let's go ringing round the bunkers. Baby, won't you come outside? Across the sea, the birds are free. Let's watch them scream across the sky. Let's all go and meet a maker. They don't care whose side you're on. We're so afraid. I prayed and prayed before I learned to love the bomb.
It's just fire. It's just kind of fucking amazing. They're like clearly veterans at this point. Like, it just sounds so polished, this fucking record. Like, it doesn't feel like talent. Well, like, you listen to a Geese record, it feels like there's just talent there, like youth talent. Listening to this, it feels like they've honed it. They're like fully in tune with how to express themselves.
Let's all go play Nagasaki.
It's kind of perfect. I don't even know what I would want more from it.
Let's all go and meet a maker. Won't matter whose side you're on. We're so afraid. I pray and pray. God told me to love the bomb.
Oh.
First write down all of your fears, then sweep the feathers you preened. Next you should dominate all the quests. Everyone said what you hard and last you go back to sleep. Translated all of our dreams, freed love and perfected every inch. Weeknights down at the gym took everything that we pleased. Don't cry, don't lose touch. I want you to know, FIFA ready to go. I can read the rest to myself. Heaven's digital. You pray the pieces. How great
it's interesting that they're able to tie the gaming terminology into this very like rough and tumble sort of sound that they have, and not go too campy. Also, it shows a bit of vulnerability because I feel like the type of like tone that they would have on the first records, I feel like they wouldn't do something like this, but sound wise, or they would like put it in so much irony or something like that. It shows a level of vulnerability to like use these sort of like this sort of phrases and stuff like that in such a earnest manner. I'll go back a tiny bit. Sorry about that. I don't know how their lyricism is so incredible. It's very unique. The way that it's just so proficient, like they're just an incredible fucking band. I think that's like a really big reason why a lot of the bands at the time doing very similar sounds dwindled over time, where they didn't. Like there's just like a level of talent though. It's amazing, child. Feels like their most open record, but again, I would have to do a reaction to Daisy and their first to see that, because then it forces me to focus as much. But yeah, it just feels the most open.
Asked the had a chance to break apart, hard for them to see who's really in this place now.
Sorry for not talking as much. I just really love listening to it.
Find another way.
This might be from Daisy. Let's sing this.
And we sing this morning that wonderful and grand old message.
Such more sinister.
I don't know about you, I never get tired of it. Number
7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
I think it's amazing.
7 years. 7 years. 7 years. 7 years.
Last night I heard a voice that said this is the end. All my nerves have been worn to the threads. I only honestly got one or two left. I got my faith, I got my family, I got a wire fence around my whole state. If I believe only half what I read, I got a reason to be dug in deep. It's revelation saying don't come running to me when they're coming for you. I seen those boys kissing boys with their mouth in the street. But I raised my son to be a righteous man. I made it clear to him what fear of God means. I'd hold him down under Tompkins Lake before I ever let him go to the wolves. The path you're walking only narrow and straight, and no son of mine will wander astray. Abomination, don't come running to me when they're coming for you. Don't come running to me when they're coming for you. Don't come running to me when they're coming for you. Don't come running to me when they're coming for you. Last night I heard a voice that said don't get
I really like their way of delving into religiosity and how they explore it. It doesn't feel
up on the shores, men are gathering their numbers up.
tried, like it. I
Hearts
don't
come
know.
marching down my road. Well, I'll be waiting right here at my door. It's a lie to say it wouldn't be fun. If you're joining them and I got one, with your name on it, don't come running to me when they're coming for you. Don't come running to me when they're coming for you. Don't come running to me when they're coming for you. Don't come running to me when they're coming for you. Don't come running to me when they come gunning for you. Don't come running to me when they come gunning for you. Don't come running to me when
I think it's a
they're
great
coming
track.
for you. Don't come running to me when God is love.
The way that they're able to, like, the way that, I know, it's interesting. There's a lot of criticism when it comes to religiosity. And this one touches on, like, very similar sort of contradictions in how people practice, but it feels like it doesn't feel formulaic, or it feels like they still are able to come at it from their own perspective, like the showcasing like the twisted nature of how like God is love, and how that is twisted into like this God, like this God fearing folk, and like instilling fear of violence, that sort of thing, which is anti God's word. But they, yeah, like the way that they're able to come at that, it's like a common criticism of religion, but they're able to come at it from a place that doesn't feel like, yeah, as I said, like formulaic or something.
In the end, we weren't much, but the hollow space shrank down inside of all of us for the good of all men. Hold me down underwater and don't let me up again. No control. No control. No control.
Very controlled vocals, but with the
No
backing up the angst and inner turmoil of like prior albums.
For someone else, love is in your actions. I got a job, so let me find 10 million distractions. Some get sick, some don't get cured. That's how it goes. But the worst is over, chum, and throw me overboard. No control. I thought I ruled way out, but then no control. It started over again. No control. I hear your voice come through the gray. No control. Holding a mic to this pillow song. She won't sing anything at all. Kiss me once on each eyelid, so I can see how I dreamed it. No control.
I love it.
No control. No control. No control. No control. I thought I ruled way out, but then no control. It started over again. No control. I hear your voice coming through the gray. No control.
I'm just so engrossed by the album. The track was perfect up until this point, so I'm curious if they're gonna say if it's gonna stay perfect. The production is incredible. Like the way that they make this static sound in my fucking headphones is insane. Yeah, I'll give it a 10. Feels like I'm in mono, like just the left channel.
I'm awake, there's no part to play. Drinking Drano, smoking grass. One under the path, what we saw in the woods today. Repeat 60 cycle delay. The TV says it's all in your head, so shake it out and share your bread. We're not separate, waste your thoughts, waste your time. I live in yours and you in mine. Swallow the pinch that flows from the earth.
Ooh. The vocal layering is similar to like some neo soul shit. Like bands like Jungle or something.
just sit and wish you had someone to wrestle with. It's a small tooth touch, it comes around and rings your bell, shows you how you thought you felt. Slowly floss your holy molars, deader than a dollar. I stole the car with my mind and fired up my fear machine. Can't help but they drive into me. Swallow the pitch that flows from the earth. Soft spot, lightning, rod, my pain is peeling. A million suns won't fill you.
I'm not about to play on the vocal there.
See the wine flowing over your cup. Last thread.
Well, I like so much about it.
Dead one more time, I'm feeling. Pass the plate and you sit back down and go back to your hole in the woods underground.
It's better than my experience of the track, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'd say it's decent, but I know that the song is better than, yeah, my experience. It is well made. One of the tracks that might change the most is Realism. I liked when it was more internal. I like the messages that they're getting across, but it feels like the internal expression is their best. Like this. It's probably going to be high up for me.
Spin around now. Can you hear me? Am I still buzzing in my sleep? What does it feel like to shine between saw something in the night sky over Camden. Turned around and drove the opposite direction, 'cause I feared them. Now when will they come? You were all I see. You were everything. Cast about you, turning up your gravity and pull me in. Around it's never going to stop. Give me your best shot. And even though the road died in your throat, the lines get blurred. Lose whoever you once were. Died and returned to the earth. Found ourselves back. Love.
I'm so glad I made this my 500th reaction.
It's never going to stop.
I just love them.
Give me your best shot. Never gets Don't get what you want.
I love this record. I need to thank you guys. Gross Martini and Tommy, thank you for this. It's incredible. It's an amazing track. I think like Brand New's just gonna be one of those bands that like stick with me. They also explore the flaws really well. It's an amazing album. Thank you. I kind of don't want them to make another album. I feel like they... I would appreciate... Like, I would like it. I know I would, but... They're like a... Like, kind of a perfect album, like, discography. And the flow from the first to the second, like, it makes so much sense. It feels like... Similar to, like, Fiona Apple stuff. Where, like, you just see, like, each part of their life. And you can... It's palpable because of the amount of authenticity that they have with their songwriting. I would love to do the other two brand new records if people want to request them. If not, I would love like Modest Mouse or something like that, which is clearly was an influence on some of their stuff. But yeah, I appreciate you guys and thank you for this. Like, I got lucky that I wanted to check out brand new through the connections that I made, but I just appreciate the fact that people are requesting it because and giving me the opportunity to listen to the rest of this band that I have grown so like fond of. Yeah. I also love you guys and yeah, thank you for everything. I appreciate all of you.